So in the next few minutes, I want to make a case to you why you ought to go on a media detox and cleanse your mind, your soul, your spirit with all the garbage media's fed us the last 3-4 months. But before doing so, I want to share with you a tweet. I tweeted this out a couple of days ago, and I said, first, the media used COVID-19 to scare the hell out of us so we would stay home, cost 45 million people their jobs, many businesses out of business. Stats are saying 50% of restaurants are not going to open up again. Trillions of dollars of stimulus costing taxpayers money, so we got scared. They used COVID-19. Then as COVID-19 started slowing down cases, the next thing they did is they used a tragic event to divide America. And everybody were like debating, oh, you can't say this, or you can't say that, oh, Black lives, you can, all lives matter, you can't say something like that. Boom, everybody clashes, and they're happy because they're getting more eyeballs. So phase number one was use COVID-19 for us to stay home. Phase number two is use a tragic event to divide America. What's phase number three? Use this tragic event and go support your cause and protest. Protest. You ought to go do it. And people went out there protesting. What happened to social distancing? And then when everything calmed down, right after they told everybody to protest, then they said, there's a spike coming up and people got to be very careful because watch right on. Everybody goes, you guys are going to be careful. Stay home. You should stay home. No, you shouldn't go out. Wait a minute. You just told me to protest. Now you want me to stay home? Matter of fact, here's a tweet by NBC News, shows you the hypocrisy of media. This is 2 hours apart of a tweet that went out. So first, NBC News sends out a tweet saying, rally for Black trans lives draw packed crowd to Brooklyn Museum Plaza. And you see tens of thousands of people lined up and they're protesting, and NBC News is fully endorsing it, right? 2 hours later, President Trump plans to rally his supporters next Saturday for the first time since most of the country was shuttered by coronavirus. But health experts are questioning that decision. Are you kidding me? 2 hours, the level of hypocrisy, 2 hours apart. First, you're supporting a protesting, then you're saying no because it doesn't match your narrative. So are you really journalists? Because when I look at the definition of journalism, there's three things journalists have to do. One is a verification, meaning data, correct data that you give, that there is some credence behind the data. You're not just making the stuff up. Number two is independence, meaning you're not imposing your opinions. You're an independent opinion. We're stating the facts. This is what's going on. And unless, if you're wrong, you're held accountable. That's what they call themselves as journalists, those three things. Number one, it's not about data today. Number two, there is no independent today. I'm giving you my opinion. And last but not least, where is the accountability? Who's gotten fired lately? You tell me the last journalist that got fired. These so-called journalists today are at best activists. Some of them are clowns, some of them are puppets, and some of them are purely entertainers. Now, let me not make everybody be in that side because there's a lot of them that are good, but most of them today are not journalists anymore. So why am I sharing this with you? Here's why I'm sharing this with you. Why have a media detox? Listen, I've been on a media detox for a good 4 weeks. I don't watch the news when I go home anymore. I don't turn on CNN. I don't turn on Fox. Every single time I read stuff. I no longer watch this stuff because they're going to sell me their emotions on what I need to be doing. I don't do it. I get stuff that I get on social media because I'm on it on a daily basis. I'm not doing nothing related with TV, and this is why. Here's why. You ought to make this consideration for yourself. Look, in my business, I have a lot of issues that I face. Meaning people come up to me with a lot of different problems. I run a company, we have attorneys, lawyers, challenges, cases, clients, many different things in the financial industry. And typically anybody that has a conflict with another person, when this person comes to me, here's what they always say. They always say what this person did wrong. They don't say what they did wrong. They always start off with, you know what he did? Here's what he did. He said this, he said that. And you're like, oh my gosh, no way. Yes, that's what he said. That's what he said. That's crazy. And I used to at first get rattled because did you read about what this person said? Okay. Then this person comes. What do you think they say? Do you know what they did? This person said this, and then they said this, and then they said this. Now you're getting rattled. Couples come up to you, say, let me tell you what my husband did. Here's what my husband did. Here's what my husband did. When then the wife comes, let me tell you what my wife did. Here's what my wife did. There's always only the argument that validates their argument. What the other person did wrong to validate your argument. That's exactly what media is doing. Our kids do this to their parents all the time. You will not believe what my brother did. What did you do? Yesterday I'm talking to my son. And I get a letter from school from one of his teachers. And this, he was kicking people all day at school. So I said, so tell me what happened yesterday. Nothing. I thought you kicked the kid in school. Did you kick somebody in school? No, I don't remember. You don't remember? No, I don't remember. I said, you know what I don't remember? What don't you remember? I said, I don't remember that I bought you a Lego to give you. You know you remembered you bought the Lego yesterday. I said, you went to school yesterday. What do you mean you don't remember why you kicked this kid? I said, if you forgot why you kicked the kid, I forgot why I bought the Lego for you. Then he says, I just remembered. I said, what did you just remember? And then he tells me the story. The media has turned into my 6-year-old son. That's what they're doing. They're only giving you the story that makes their argument stronger, not the whole thing. They will literally, if the video plays for a minute 20 seconds, tells the whole story, they will only play 37 seconds, but it's the 37 seconds that validates that argument. It's not journalism. That's called entertainment. 90% of all journalists must step down and become pundits. You know what's the difference between a journalist and a pundit? Here's the difference. A journalist reports. They verify, okay? They're independent. Here's the data on both sides. You make the decision for yourself, and they're held accountable if they screwed up. Yesterday, reporting we did was wrong. And if somebody screws up too much, they get fired. When's the last time somebody got fired? The only reason journalists are getting fired is because of sexual harassment, not because of what they did wrong. You don't see a lot of journalists getting fired at MSNBC, CNN, or Fox. When's the last time somebody got fired? I don't see it. Why? There is zero accountability. Now, I also don't have a problem with a lot of these journalists saying, you know, honestly, I am not a journalist. I'm a pundit. I will come on the other end and work for CNN, Fox, and MSNBC, and I just want to give you my opinion on what's going on with the current situation. But I'm no longer a journalist because, quite frankly, I can't do it anymore. Now I'll respect the media. But as of today, journalists are not journalists. They're entertainers, activists, puppets, and clowns at its best. 90% of them. There's some of them that are doing a good job, and they are dividing America in ways that words cannot describe. My suggestion to you, go on a media detox. Maybe don't do it for a month. Try for a week. For 1 week, tell yourself, I'm not watching any news. I will read only. But for 1 month, I'm not watching any news. And if you're in for this challenge to go on a media detox, go on Twitter, tweet at me, use the hashtag media detox, or go on Instagram and don't even use my handle. Just put, I'm going on a media detox, and challenge your friends and peers to go on it with you. And watch what happens to your spirit, how it cleanses all the agitation, the frustration that you're experiencing. Because quite frankly, somebody called me in Hollywood who's a good name. He doesn't have all the money yet in Hollywood, but he told me, says, I am afraid to share my real opinions because I'm going to get crushed. I said, go make your money first. Make your money. Many of you are watching this right now, getting caught up in all these issues that are going on in the marketplace, and your bank account's only $73,000. Your bank account's only $22,000. Go make your money so then you can say whatever you want to say. And don't let these media people distract the hell out of you where your dreams don't become a reality. And all their dreams are becoming a reality. They go to fancy restaurants. They go to fancy parties. They go all these other places. They go take their 1 month vacation around the world. How about you? How about it happening to you? You are their customer. They're not your customer. Make them your customer. That's what you ought to be doing. That's how I think about this myself. So again, my challenge to you, if you have the courage, and I made my case to you where you said, Pat makes some sense, go on a media detox and watch what happens 1 week later. If you're committed to that, comment below. I'm willing to go on a media detox for 1 week. Having said that, have a great week, everybody.